Around the world in 80 days is a thing of the past. It needs to be much faster these days if global trade is to flourish. The Transcontinental Railroad is all well and good, but it's far too inefficient for the constant growing needs and large quantities of goods in transit. But there is one project that promises to redress this, a ship canal that connects the oceans in the east and west. In this way, large amounts of cargo can be transported easily and conveniently. He who controls this canal controls global trade and thus the entire world.
Welcome to Total Corruption Gaming with your host Eric Talon87 to JJ McGillicutty's Transporting Tycoon Empire. The only thing better than money is more money. Today we have the contract to help carry away the fill that is excavated from the Panama Canal.
The 20th century is young and the climate is tropical. The French project on the Chagres River is swamped with problems, as it were. Their coffers are empty and thousands of workers have fallen to a mysterious illness. This is the opportunity for our great nation. The construction of the canal requires great logistical skill. The debris that accumulates during the excavation of the canal needs to be removed. And the workers need to remain as healthy and well-fed as possible so that things proceed as quickly as possible. Let's help with the construction project of the century.
Okay, so the best part of this mission is hauling away the fill from this station, which they dredge up to build the canal, away to these other 4 locations, all the way to here. So eventually what we're going to do is we're going to put a massive railroad station here, and we're going to send the railroad up this way, over here, and to this final destination, with branches off to here, here, and there. However, before we can do that, we have to deal with the more immediate cases. Here we go.
First of all, the workers we've enticed here from the nearby islands require supplies. They need wood to build primitive accommodation, and enough sustenance so that they don't just keel over. Some of them look quite sick.
Okay. Some of them look quite sick, not a big deal. Here's where we need to ship our goods in. We need to ship grain in from here. We need to ship wood or logs in from here. And then we need to ship logs in from here to make planks and fill in some of the swamps. So we're paused here. What I prefer to do is we have a good amount of money. Let's get that budget up. Whoops. We have a good amount of money here. They start you off with a good amount of money. So we're going to take advantage of that. We're going to rebuild the roads here. And what I like to do is I like to make one central station for this and this place. If you put a road through here, you can connect to both. So let's do that. This area out. We'll put that back here in a minute. And then we can just leave that there. I like bulldozing the place right outside. Well, that should work. That should be okay. All right, let's get this working here. Okay, I'm gonna get a big road. Oops. Let's also do this. I'm gonna use a big road. This is a little extravagant, but that's okay. Can a big road even connect to here? Yes, it can. Okay, so this is a little bit on the extravagant side, but we have the money to be extravagant, and it can be fun. So, no, 2 buildings will be removed. No, we're not gonna do that. So let's try a little smaller road. Yeah, out to here, and then we'll get the bigger road. There we go. Okay. See if we can't. We want to get this intersection as close to the 2 buildings as possible. Okay, construction not possible. So there we go. Maybe we'll just stick to this one. Okay, and then come straight across. Okay. And then... Wow. Okay. Oh well. There we go. Hang on, we'll hang on with that. Okay, so we just saved ourselves some money in bulldozing, and we built a very expensive road, but this is about having fun, and that was really fun to do. They should know better when they give me a lot of money to work with, huh? Like, I'm one of those government bureaucrats that's always breaking the budget. Okay. We got the grain. The grain does not produce that much. And we are being just slightly extravagant, although there is a rhyme to some of this because we are going to be using a lot of trucks. So we do need a lot of trucks. So that's why I'm making multiple stations, because then the trucks don't trip over each other so much. A lot of logs need to be hauled from this place, and so I'm going to make multiple stations so we can have more than one line hauling the logs away. Actually, I think each station could take 2 lines, so 4 lines ought to do it. So we'll just go with 4 lines like that. Okay. So let's see. Let's get our depot here going, or depot. Whoops. No, depot. There we are. Okay. You got to be careful with the depots. Sometimes they get the way of your larger stations, but that's okay. All right. So let's set up our lines. Let's get a new line. Let's go from here to here. All right. And this is the grain to Collins storehouse. All right, full load. Okay, we got that. And then we need from here to here. There we go. That's to deliver logs here. Okay, and we'll go. Logs to Collins storehouse. Okay. Let's get some trucks going. Buy vehicles. We'll go 1, 3, 4. I think that's plenty for the grain. Go that way. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go for the logs. You want to save as much money as you can for railroads later on. So this is just the... This is just a little hors d'oeuvre before we make the real money. Okay, but we got set up with a little under $1 million.
Found out why the workers are constantly falling ill. A plague of mosquitoes is to blame for the spread of the yellow fever that is decimating the people. We should drain the swamps in which the infected mosquitoes are breeding like crazy. Until the problem has been resolved, we will face increased costs as we constantly need to import new, inexperienced workers.
Not to mention the people dying, but I guess he's not that worried about it. Okay, so these are the swamp areas that you need to deliver to, and they need the planks. So now we're going to set up a new line from here to here. This one's removed.
The doctor has encountered a highly interesting species that no man has ever seen before, the Panamanian golden frog. There is a risk of rare animals becoming extinct soon if we flatten their habitats. The doctor thinks this would be highly regrettable. The more damage we cause to these areas, the faster the golden frog's chance of survival will fall. We can counteract this effect through reforestation.
Okay, we don't want to disappoint the good doctor. Okay, so this is, call this, swamp, call this, logs to plank. Logs to plank. Oh, we'll put a 01 on that because we'll probably have multiple of these. 01. Logs to planks. 01. Okay, so we already have 5 trucks delivering, so let's get a, we'll put 5 trucks on this line. Let's get a new line. We'll go from here to here, and this will be logs to planks 02. So that'll be 15 trucks delivering. That should be enough. Okay, so now we go new line. Let's see here. Let's go from here to, oops, we didn't give these guys a place to deliver to. Make sure you're on cargo. Get the small one this time. Okay, to here. So this is swamp fill, and this is swamp number 2. So that's why we labeled it number 2. Because see, this is swamp number 2. So get the lines back up. New line from here to here. Did I get the full load on that one? No, I didn't. There we go. So this is swamp fill 01. So, fill 01 because this is swamp number 1. And then one more new line from here down to here. Fill 03. Now, these lines, even after the swamps are filled, will continue to be a means of income. So you can just crank it up all you want. It'll be very good. But you want to save most of your money. So these swamps, once we deliver 10 planks, the swamps will fill up, but they'll still continue accepting planks and stuff. So you'll make plenty of money on these lines. We're going to buy vehicles. Let me see, how much do they carry? Capacity 6, and they need 10. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Set line, swamp 01. 1, 2, 3. Set line, swamp 02. And 1, 2, 3. Set line, swamp 03. Did 03, did we set the fill? Nope. Whoops. Okay, then log planks. Boy, we're doing a lousy job today. Log planks 01. Colin House? Wow. No wonder everybody's running around like a chicken without their head. Okay. Full load, full load, full load, full load. Okay, I think we got it. Woo! Yeah, full load. Okay, good. We got it. Okay, now we got to get a couple trucks. Whoops. A couple trucks on the log plank. 5 vehicles. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set line Logs the planks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Logs the plank out 2. Okay. Oh, now, and so all that should be taken care of here shortly. Now, we're going to pause. And the frog. Okay. So, let's see here. We never build back here. We could put it... So anyway, the frog. What you have to do is you have to forest... If you fill up one of these circles with trees and forests, the chances of survival will go up to 100, and everything will be great. However, this is quite tedious because you only build trees one at a time. What I actually do is I hook up my bamboo tablet, and I take my pen for my bamboo tablet, and basically I just color the trees on here. So I'll tilt it up, go under trees, and so I'll just pick the first tree, and I will just start coloring like this. And as you can see, okay, so this doesn't cost any money, so you can just do this right away. I just put the game on pause, and then I just go and fill in one of these circles with a variety of trees and bushes. This, like I say, is a little bit tedious. It can take a while, but you can do it while the game's on pause. This can actually be quite de-stressing. And so we're going to do this here, and we'll get back to the game once all this is done. Okay, well, that's pretty good. So we got the one big circle that's kind of empty, and we also got that one a lot more densely. So anyway, that'll have to be good enough for this golden frog. If we invested any more money, we'd expect him to turn into a prince. Okay, put that bamboo tablet away. Readjust our view, and let's get started. Okay, now we just need to fill in the swamps and fill up the food and the logs, so we just need to wait for that to happen.
The Culebra Massif is blocking the way to the Pacific. A cutting needs to be made through it deep and wide enough for the biggest of all the ships, but the excavated earth will need to go somewhere. Part of it can be used in the construction of mighty dams and locks. Then we'll have to dump the rest somewhere so it's not in the way.
Okay, now the fun begins. This is the part you want to get to with as much money as possible. This is where we can have a lot of fun with trains. All right. An 8-bay train station. Ah! And its passengers. No, don't let that happen to you. Well, there dumped a lot of money. Let's see here. Okay, make sure it is cargo. All right. Okay. Boy, do I feel stupid.
All that rock we need to get rid of at the Culebra Cut is great for use on the dams. But once the dams are completed, the stony material needs to go elsewhere. Use the stony material accumulated during the excavation to construct the Gatun and Madden dams.
Okay.
The excavated material that isn't used to build the dams needs to be disposed of elsewhere, preferably at a low-lying point somewhere that will be flooded later on by the canal. And ideally, don't pile everything on the same heap, so that the ships navigating the canal in the future don't just suddenly spring a leak.
Okay, fine. Ugh. Okay, so there's the one dam, the dam west, the the West Dam. I always get these controls mixed up. The East Dam, and then here's fill point 1, dump, we call it a dump, and dump number 2. So you need to keep the material going to these 2 dumps even. This will take 1,000 material, this will take 2,000 material, and the rest go to the dumps. However, we get paid very good money for transporting all this material, this 5,000 stuff material, remove stone. So, first thing we're going to start with is this bridge. This is kind of the linchpin. Let's see here. 60, 90, 120. Okay, we're buying an expensive bridge because, like I said, this is the linchpin. Okay, let's do this one more. Okay, just like that. Okay, that's like our main artery. You'll find out here in a minute what I mean by that. Okay, so there's a couple ways to do this. So let's... Where's this? This actually goes... This is actually supposed to go like... If we swing it out this way, we can go around that hill. So I'm just going to swing that one out this way, because the main line is going to go that way. But we need another line going the opposite. Okay, come up here. From here. Kind of go along here. And then... So it can use the other track. We're just going to have one train using this, but when it comes back, I want all the trains to drive on the right-hand side. Okay, so now let's get a single station. If we get it, once we get this station working, we can actually start getting some money in. So I was like, make sure it's a cargo. Don't do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so there's our ticket to fame and fortune. Oops, we haven't connected it yet. Okay, so let's, we're gonna bring this one. Now, since we forested the other regions, we're gonna bring this through, and we're gonna bring it through right there in the middle. We're going to cut right through on the side of that circle, but that's okay since we've gave them 2 other circles that are virtually covered with the good stuff. So let's see here. So this is kind of tricky. This will bite you later if you don't organize it well. So let's try and organize it well. Let's get that. Get this. So that's their switch. Now the train going to this place over here is going to be from this track. Basically, we have to make every bay accessible to every other bay. So this is kind of interesting. Okay, so let's see here. Let's bring this out beyond that, like that, like that. Like that. We can. Like that. That's pretty cool. Now, getting it done on the other side is going to be a little tricky because we can't, of course, connect it into a 3-way. So, anyway, we won't worry about that for now. And the way this is going, we're going to put our depot out here beyond all these connections. That way it can take advantage. Enough for just one train. This is where our early extravaganzas are probably going to, make it hard on us. Okay. From here, load if available, to here. Okay, and this is to the east. This is to East Dam Project. Okay. Okay, let's be very careful here when we go to buy the train. All right, that's all we have. Man alive. Yep. So our early extravaganzas have, whoops, have bitten our budget right now. But let's see if we can't get it working. The trucks and stuff will start to make a profit as well.
This has been JJ McGillicutty's Transporting Tycoon Empire on Total Corruption Gaming with your host, Eric Talon87. Join us again next time to find out whether or not JJ McGillicutty and company can haul away all the debris from the Panama Canal in time to meet their deadline. See you there.